My name's Bill and I'm an alcoholic, and this show is called Yippee, It's Christmas. November is usually about the time we start thinking about Christmas. In my drinking days, I get all happy and excited about the never-ending supply of drink, the parties, and that feeling that I could drink as much as I wanted and no one would say anything. But all that is now changed now that I'm sober. I don't miss the late night parties. I don't miss waking up on Christmas morning feeling tired and terrible, and I don't miss the arguments or the looks I used to get. I don't miss the pain and suffering I caused with my drinking, and I don't miss the tears and the anger of those close to me. And I will never miss that feeling of total guilt and shame over getting drunk again and ruining yet another Christmas. I got sober about 10 weeks before my first sober Christmas. I'd not had a sober Christmas for at least 25 years. And far from being anxious, which I was also doubly excited. In our promises, we talk about finding a new freedom and a new happiness, about how our whole outlook and attitude upon life will change, and about our self-seeking slipping away, and that this Christmas God would be doing for me that with which I couldn't do for myself. My first sober Christmas was all of these and more. I was given a list of suggestions for getting through this first festive period sober, and I've used them rigorously every year ever since. And this year, God willing, I'll be celebrating my 26th sober Christmas. This isn't to show off, it's merely to show that AA really does work. These are the guidelines I was given all those years ago. Firstly, to keep my expectations low and don't expect anything more than a sober day. That way, if things don't happen as I want, I'll not be disappointed and resentful, and I'll be less likely to drink. Happiness happens when results exceed expectations. Don't get overexcited, nor dip into morbid reflection of past Christmas days ruined. Just keep it in the day. If I get invited to a party, I can say no. And if I do go, and if I'm feeling anxious, I can arrive late and leave early. If I need to go outside and sit for 10 minutes, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I can even call a member of AA. If I'm offered a drink, I can say, no thanks, not yet, or no thanks, I think I've had enough. It works every time. And the whole party won't stop because I've said no to an alcoholic drink. I pour my own drinks today. I drink out of a cup if possible and not a glass, and I don't put my drink down. That way I can't pick up the wrong drink. A gin and tonic looks exactly the same as lemonade. So I always smell my drinks first, just in case. I don't drink apple juice or grape juice for obvious reasons. I don't drink low or non-alcoholic drinks or anything else that tastes or reminds me of alcohol. If anyone says they've got me a special bottle of something because I'm not drinking, I politely remind them that I have a choice today. And today I can choose my own drinks. Thank you. After all, that's why I go to AA, to have a choice. I eat before I go out, and I watch that I don't get hungry, angry, lonely and tired. And if I get any of these, I have a choice to leave and to go home, if I want to. I never did have that choice before. And you know what? No one will mind. It's better to be at a party sober for an hour than stay for 2 and risk drinking. I always ask if there is any food cooked with alcohol in. This goes for parties, dinner parties, Christmas parties, puddings, chocolates, etc. I always check. You'd be surprised at how much alcohol is used in cooking at Christmas. If I'm going out to eat, or if I'm away, I'll ask for my food to be all non-alcoholic. If I'm in a hotel or on a cruise, I call ahead and explain that I've got an allergy to alcohol, which is just an unusual reaction to alcohol, but I don't have to tell them I'm an alcoholic. Hotels and restaurants and cruise ships are wonderful at accommodating special dietary requirements nowadays. And if I'm asked about my allergy to alcohol, I just say I have an unusual reaction, that's all. I read the packaging on boxes of chocolates, on ready meals, on foods that I buy. It doesn't take a minute, and it may just save my life. And to make sure there's no alcohol in any of the food, I check and often double check. I've had a few people tell me that alcohol is cooked off with the cooking. Well, do you know what? I don't want to risk it. Someone with a peanut allergy wouldn't, I'm sure, risk their life by thinking maybe and probably is there any peanuts in there, or maybe they've been taken out or whatever. They just wouldn't risk it. More relapses happen at times of anniversaries in the year than at any other time. At Christmas and birthdays, etc. They are all big relapse times, so just watch it, because people get their expectations up, they get all excited, things don't come up to their old way of thinking, and they get remorse and angry, and that's when they pick up a drink. Because alcoholics will hold it together and pretend everything's okay, but when it's all over, the disappointment and the remorse comes in, and sometimes they pick up a drink. So today I treat Christmas Day and Boxing Day, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve as just another day in sobriety, just another 24 hours to get through. I treat them the same as I would June the 6th and August the 9th, February the 24th, December the 9th, November the 6th. Each day is just another day in sobriety. And lastly, I always go to a meeting on Christmas Day, not because I need to, but just to say thanks to AA for another sober Christmas. Try these suggestions. I have, and they worked. But these things will only work if you work them. So why not try them out this Christmas? Why? Well, it's very simple. Because you're worth it. Build the shirt, Bristol.